ladies and gentlemen. It is the biggest party of the SummerSlam. That is right. Biggest party of the summer. SummerSlam is here, and we are just about 12 minutes away from the event actually taking place. Sorry, running a little bit late here. We are waiting on the co-host with the co-most, Scott MacArthur, to join us. But as we do, we're just getting some things set up here. We had a fantastic trip down to get Atlas today, and he is home safe, and just had to give him the old Batharoonie, and so I had a few minutes there that I had to take and give the dog a bath. But like I said, we are still about 12 minutes away from the kickoff of SummerSlam. What match are you all most excited for? Let me know in the comments below what you're really looking forward to, and give your predictions too as we go through the night. Join us in the chat, talk to us, see how we're doing, and all that fun stuff. Let's see if Scott's having a few difficulties here. Oh, send him the wrong link. Let me get Scott in here, considering that I mistyped his address as a Canadian address. There we go. All right, Scott, if you're watching, that link is dropping to your mailbox right now. So I even got an email there saying that it did not go through. So what match is everybody looking forward to? Right now they're talking about the Ronda Rousey Shayna Baszler match coming up. I think that should actually be a really good match. Those two they've known each other well enough that they should have a fantastic match going on. All right, let's check on Scott. All right, there he is. Let's let him in. Let's let Scott in. Hello, Scott. How are you today?
I am well. I'm starting to get nice and buzzed. I already had 2 drinks, so just about to mix my third.
Let's see. Let me see if I can get you a little bit louder here. Can you turn up your microphone a little bit? I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Let me see here. Settings.
Working out all the technical difficulties right now.
Yeah, I don't see sound settings in the split camera.
Oh, that's a little better now. So it might be that I have my fan on in the background.
Yeah,
as
I've
well.
got my AC unit running beside me, so hopefully it's not going to be a problem because it's warm.
No, it'll be all right. Try it now.
Now, any better?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you much better. I turned up the volume on my end. You're not getting any kind of reverb or anything, are you?
No, nothing at all. It sounds great.
Excellent. So, man, what have you been into?
Oh, I've been, lately, it's been nothing but I bought a PS5 a little while ago, and I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 16. Amazing. It's an amazing game. It's the best Final Fantasy game out there. I've been a huge fan of 7 ever since it first came out.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit above Final Fantasy 7 for me. And for the story, the characters, it's unbelievable.
I haven't played a Final Fantasy game it has been ages.
Well, this one's a little different too because it's more action based, the combat, than command based. Actually, it isn't command based at all. It's all action based. So it's a little different. I was a little leery about it at first, but you get trinkets. Like if you play story mode, you get stuff you can equip that allows you to make the combos a lot easier. So
Oh.
I've really been enjoying it.
Oh. So yeah, sorry for the late start, Scott. I was informing everybody here that we went and got our new dog, and just had to give him a bath. 15 minutes before we're going on the air. So it was a lot of fun. He is 6 months old and 75 pounds.
Holy shit! What kind of dog is it?
It's a Great Pyrenees.
Oh god damn! That's too damn big for me.
It's a big ass dog.
I'm not really. I'm more of a cat person than dog person, but I do like dogs. But big dogs, I don't know. They just seem like a hassle to me. Not that I don't love them. I got buddies that've got like German Shepherds and that kind of stuff.
Right.
They're fun, big, goofy dogs too.
They're the Pyrenees they're a really cool breed. Really. Let's see. We'll get some red going on here. So Scott, what match are you most looking forward to tonight?
There's the Bloodline one. I don't think it's going to go the way I want it to go. I want to see Jake win it, but I don't think it's going to happen because they're so close for Roman Reigns having the all-time record for holding a belt in WWF history. But I think he's going to win, but he's not going to get the belt, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Because there's not. What confuses me is that they're doing this tribal combat thing, so it's no DQ. Everything goes. But in tribal combat, wouldn't it be frowned upon to have interference from the outside, like if Sokolo comes in?
Well, I think the rules state that there can be no outside interference, but anything else goes.
You see, I haven't heard that. I watched SmackDown and everything yesterday. And
they laid it out on WWE.com, is what I heard. I think Jim Cornette was the one actually talking about it because he's like, well, we don't know what it is. And then later on, they laid it out on the website. And it's supposed to eliminate interference, but no disqualifications I'm assuming just as far as holds and weaponry. Because he was also bitching about the fact that, we have all these beautiful sets, for Logan Paul's talk show and the Miz's talk show. He's like, and we're not going to get some cool, like, tribal ring with, all the Samoan elders circling the ring. Because that would be pretty badass.
So I got to ask, do you listen to the Cornette Experience as well, that podcast?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I listen to Cornette both of them every week.
Yeah, usually when I get them, it's like 5 hours long. It's great for driving when you're on the road for 10 hours a day. It's great to listen to him bitch about everything. Oh, it's awesome.
Right. Yeah, I can go two shows will last me pretty much the entire week, and I only have to have 1 or 2 days to fill in.
Nice.
But you can get them done in a day. Hell.
Yeah, because as long as I start early enough and I get the whole episode downloaded before I get into areas where I got no cell phone service, it'll just play all day. Oh my god. And that Reggie's Corner thing, that song they got for Reggie's Corner now.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious. It's awful.
It's awful, but it's the funniest thing ever, especially at the end part, like the closing one.
Right.
Oh my god. Anyway.
I myself am looking forward to the Bloodline's conclusion, or at least this chapter with Jey Uso. I thought it would have been fair if they would have left it when he pinned Roman, and then that kind of squashed the whole thing there.
Yeah.
And they could have moved Roman on to something else. So I'm assuming there's going to be a huge setup to fill in some time for WrestleMania, or to fill in the match for WrestleMania. So we'll see what happens tonight.
Yeah. The other one too, really want to see LA Knight win that Battle Royal. Every time I see him, I like him more and more. His promos, I get so pissed off when he loses. Like, I'm a mark. He does remind me a lot of Steve Austin of Some Cold,
Right.
but an updated version, if that makes sense. But I'm really hard to really like him. I wish they'd push him a lot more than what they're doing.
Well, now his is supposed to start tonight. SummerSlam was supposed to be his kind of like the deadline to start his push. He's one that actually Vince is extremely high on. This might be Vince's last push through the company. Might actually be LA Knight.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see. He's like, and the fans, like the crowd, as soon as his music comes on, they love him.
Yeah. You know, everybody would, Booker T or what? No, not Booker T. Kevin Nash came out and was comparing him, saying he's just a ripoff of The Rock and all this stuff. But, if you can do it, not everybody can do it. There's plenty of people that have tried to emulate Steve Austin and The Rock, and they fail to do it. When you can do it, it makes it something special,
Well, yeah, exactly.
People probably used to bitch about Ric Flair when he first went by the Nature Boy. Hey, you're rubbing off Buddy Rogers.
Yeah. Yeah, it worked for me.
So what do you think about the build-up so far for Cody and Brock?
It's been all right, but I just, it's kind of getting. I don't watch Raw as often as I watch SmackDown, just because of I get home Fridays, so then I watch SmackDown, and what I'm not watching to be or not or to do or your Star Wars show. I can't remember the damn name. But it seems like it's kind of a bit redundant because I've been watching the highlights, and every SmackDown, Brock comes out and beats up Cody and then goes away, and then the next week he comes out and beats up Cody and then goes away. I'd like to see in a couple of those segments where Cody'd actually get the better of Brock once or twice, and they've been doing that for weeks.
Right. What have they added a stipulation to their match?
Not that I know of. Not 100% sure. Like I said, I don't get the chance to really watch Raw as often as I like to, and I forget about it on the weekends. I'm too busy playing Final Fantasy 16.
Sorry, the foster mother is checking up on the dog. So yeah, it looks like they pulled a couple matches off of the card. The most notable one being Rhea Ripley will not be defending her title
that's
tonight.
Kind of a surprise.
I don't know who was she supposed to be wrestling anyways? Oh, it was Rodriguez. That's right.
Yeah, Rodriguez.
They're showing the package right now. Sitting here staring right at it. I can't remember who she was supposed to be fighting.
Yeah, I'm seeing something different. I got a Kid Rock package here right now, where Kid Rock is doing his thing.
Well, luckily enough, I might not be live. Oh, that was why. Yeah, is yours on the SummerSlam packages?
Yeah, right now we're looking at Cody and Brock.
All right, yeah.
And there's Ricochet. I really want to see Logan Paul beat Ricochet. I really do. I like Logan Paul as a heel. He is phenomenal. Holy Christ, the heat that guy gets just for standing in the ring. And the way he deals with it.
He is an easy person to hate.
And I saw his the last Raw. I made sure to watch the last one. And my God, the heat he was getting and how he was kind of just playing the crowd, and everybody would say what, and he hold up the mic for him, and he just would go along with it. He's actually really good on the mic.
Yeah, yeah, no, I agree. This should be a really good match. I mean, it's weird to say that Ricochet is going to get a rub from someone that just started in the business.
Yeah.
But he most definitely is, Ricochet's gaining more than anybody out of this feud, I think.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
All right, so we got 10 to 12 people watching. Make sure everybody lays the smack down on the like button. As soon as I mentioned, 2 people jump out, but crush that like button. Share the video. If you know someone who's not able to watch and is wanting to catch all the action, they can hang out with me and Scott tonight. And as we are starting up here. Scott, what do you think opens the show?
I think it's going to be Logan Paul and Ricochet. I think they're going to open it up. Nice high-flying, high-action match.
Yeah, that's a great match to get the crowd excited on their feet, set the pace for the night.
I'm looking forward to the Gunther match too.
Oh yeah, him and McIntyre should have a
think
real banger there.
I think he's going to retain because he's pretty close to breaking Honky Tonk Man's record.
Yeah, I think he's going to hold that belt for a bit.
And I think when they're trying to reset a lot of the records, with Roman Reigns, and then the Usos did it with the tag team belt. Yeah, here comes Logan Paul. I called that.
Yeah, Logan Paul and oh, excuse me. So does he live in Puerto Rico now?
Logan Paul?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
They said from Puerto Rico by way of Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, hell, he's got enough money too, right?
Well, I kind of wish it was Barrett on the commentary. Oh, did you hear the commentary changes now?
Now, what did they shake up?
Cole's going to be doing both Raw and SmackDown.
Okay.
Barrett's going to SmackDown, and Graves Barrett's going to Raw, and Graves, and I think there's a woman going to SmackDown with Cole. But Cole's doing both shows now, which is he's going to be a busy guy.
Yeah, but they need it. I know everybody dumps on Cole, but man, he's one of those people that when he's gone,
you really know.
He's going to be missed. He does a really good job for as much abuse as he's taken over the years.
Yeah. Especially that kind of little mini feud he's having with Rhea Ripley. Oh, it's funny when she's out there yelling at him. And
oh, I like that. I like when him and Bailey go at it.
Too, yeah. Well, he had some classic moments. I loved when he was in the box, when he was all healed, and he was in that plexiglass box back in the day.
Yeah.
Protect himself. Oh, that was so funny.
What was that? He was feuding. Was it Jerry Lawler that he was feuding with when he had the
Lawler? I think he had that match with Lawler. Oh my God, he had the headgear on, everything.
So Ricochet has a bit of an inspired outfit here. It looks like a Transformers themed get up here, like a little Optimus Prime going on.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Of course, Logan Paul, as always, has the Zapdos themed gear with Pokemon Go.
The black and yellow, I like the comment. Yeah, that does look a lot like even the symbol there on his crotch looks like a Autobot symbol. He's got one of those ass too. Sorry, I'll try to watch the cursing. I know it's PG, but I'm just about to mix my third drink, so.
Uh-oh. Little shining up the bald spot. You know what I don't like that Ricochet's went and done? He has went and changed his hometown from Paducah, Kentucky to Las Vegas.
Oh,
It was one of the only reasons that I would generally like to pull for Ricochet because he was representing Kentucky.
yeah.
And a little disappointed that he took it out of his entrance there.
Well, I'm in Saskatchewan, and we still got Brock Lesnar, so.
Yeah.
He's got a. We were actually working in the area where his ranch is, where his farm is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't see him. I was hoping we'd see him, but no, because he was off at the time too.
That very, very interesting man, Brock Lesnar, from what I hear.
Yeah. Well, he's a flatlander. That's what most of Canada calls Saskatchewan. They call us flatlanders because you can sit on your porch and watch your dog run away for like 3 days before he disappears.
You know, it still amazes me how good Logan Paul actually is. You know,
Yeah, and he's only been doing this for what, 2 years, if not.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess it's been 2 years now, but
And he only really performs during pay-per-views. I think he's had the odd match on Raw, but other than that, I think his schedule is less than even Roman Reigns.
yeah, he's got a good gig going for sure.
I got to give him credit though. When I first saw that Roman Reigns match, I wasn't expecting much, and that one I think was at WrestleMania.
No, that was the Saudi event, the
Oh
Backlash.
yes, Backlash. But I was really impressed with that match.
Yeah, he's not put on a bad match yet, and this one's starting out pretty fire itself.
It is nice and quick. I got to turn.
Wonder how soon before they try to put gold around his waist.
Yeah, I don't know. Just because he is such a part timer, like it irritates the hell out of me that Roman Reigns isn't even at most of the SmackDowns and that kind of stuff, and he's supposed to be our Universal Champion, but he's never there. It kind of gets on my nerves. I don't really.
You know, I could see the U.S. title.
Maybe
You know, the U.S. title being around his waist.
I like Austin Theory having that though. That's another.
Yeah,
match.
I do too. They're not doing a whole lot with Theory, unfortunately.
No, they got to start moving him up here.
Now wait, did him and Escobar? I have not watched SmackDown from last night. Did him and Escobar have their title match? I'm assuming is Austin Theory still the U.S. title champion?
Oh yeah, he won. He won.
Okay. Were there any shenanigans in that match?
Um, Not that yeah, actually, was that the one? Yeah, because Escobar had the LWO with him, and then Theory had some people, and then all of a sudden, what's his face? Can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was that match where the OC came out as well. So now there's something going on with Buddy, and I don't know. I got a good memory. It's just short. Gonna mix a drink.
Nice power slam.
That was nice.
Got a 2 count. Ricochet is back up.
Well, I think he's going to win, but it's not going to be the last match of the feud. I think Logan Paul is going to win, but it's going to keep going because he's going to start.
Yeah, I fully expect, because, Logan Paul's shown really well, but he hasn't got that real marquee victory yet. This will be his first. It's weird to call Ricochet a staple win, but this is going to kind of be like his first. Oh, he took what's her name's move out of NXT.
I don't really watch NXT.
The lady, she's injured right now. Anyways, totally stole her finisher right there. That's a I don't know. I don't agree for that. I don't like that. You take something as unique as that particular move is, and
yeah, I think the reason he's going to win this one is he alluded that Ricochet's fiance is the ring announcer, and he made a big speech about her having to announce his name as the winner and no hard feelings and all that. I think they're going to use that, and it's going to be part of the focus for the next match. Is going to be her.
What they had her kiss Ricochet in a match one night because he was getting beat up, and Braun took him over there and made her kiss him, and then he got all hulked up off of it and went on his little hot streak. They keep up one of these guys are going to get injured. This is fairly sloppy for the two of them.
Yeah.
Oh, let's hope they don't botch this.
Are you a couple seconds behind me?
Oh, yeah. They just flipped off. They're on the outside.
Yeah, you're a little bit behind me. Goddamn slow American speeds.
Right? Oh no, yeah. Yeah, it's saying I'm all caught up. And then I live out in the country to top it off, so that really helps. Helps the momentum there. Gotta say, I wish this one would go ahead and wrap up.
Cool. Not happy with this one so far?
No, not really. Oh, no.
I don't know. I like the little heel build. That's why I think he's going to win it, and then he's going to look more heelish through this whole match, and then that's going to bring a crescendo for the next pay-per-view. Next time they meet, and that's when Ricochet is going to win.
He should have at least gave the little kid the prom bottle back. I mean, at least the little kid could have made some money off eBay.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you want the face to look really good, you got to put him in an almost impossible position to get out of, and then have him get out of it. And that's, I think, what they're building up to.
Yeah, watch. We'll leave this. The internet will be like, "Oh my God, it was the greatest match ever! I can't believe blah." And I'm like, that always happens. I'll watch something, and I'll be like, "Man, yeah, I didn't really care for that." And then the next morning, everybody's like, "Oh, it was 7.5-star match."
Yeah, I do feel comforted though that a lot of times when there's matches I don't like, Jim Cornette actually agreed with me.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. He's not gonna.
The way he analyzes stuff, he's and guys taking stupid risks that they don't need to. And he's right. A lot of times they take risks they don't need to take.
Yep. And there's been at least 3 of them in this match.
Yeah, that one was one of them.
Oh, is it going to be bad? He's just, oh, he's, yeah.
It was safe enough because his head never hit the mat. But
Yeah, it just didn't look good.
yeah,
So I am fairly confident that before knowing how the end of this match is, this is definitely the worst match that Logan Paul's been involved in.
the ones that I've seen, yeah, it's
I mean, we just really got Rollins, Reigns. Both of those were fantastic. Um,
but to put that into perspective, though, who do you blame for that, though? Logan Paul or Ricochet? Because Seth Rollins is amazing. As much as I really dislike Roman Reigns, he's pretty safe, pretty strong. He knows what he's doing in the ring.
right.
He can make guys look good. Seth can make guys look good. Maybe Ricochet just doesn't have that quite. And it's not a bad match. It's just not one of Logan Paul's greatest.
Yeah, it's just, it's just sloppy.
Yeah.
It might just be too like young Bucky for me. It's too many like it's a spot. It's too many spots.
Too many big spots.
Yeah, it's like it's like an arcade game.
Haven't seen one single chin lock, and that's not the right thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're 2 little guys. We should have had a submission. You can only fling yourself against the rope so many times and into each other.
No, that's a throwback to a show I watch on YouTube all the time. He counts chin locks. It's pretty funny, especially when Davey Boy Smith does them.
Now, Logan Paul does a great job selling.
That was nice.
What's that?
There was a move there that was actually pretty nice. That spinning and eating teeth.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't bad. The crowd's into it, so I mean, they're working the crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, Logan, he does sell well. He's not like some of these guys where they'll limp around for like 3 seconds after getting like the sharpshooter on, for example, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's nothing.
Right.
He'll work the limp, he'll work the pain the whole match, which is one of the biggest things for me.
And they're both doing a great job with all that stuff in the ring. It's just, that's interesting.
Yeah. All I can see is an Autobot symbol on his ass every time I look at Ricochet.
He's taking too long. Oh, yeah.
He's still selling the ribs, though. That's nice to see.
Oh, a little tribute to. Oh. Well, good, because his shoulder was already up.
Oh, who does that hurt? Who does that hurt? Like, Yeah, Logan Paul landed on his back and had his head crushed, but he put his head right in Buddy's crotch to do it. Oh my God.
He's up, get a little Hulk up going on.
That was a nice springboard.
Yeah, he just don't need to be in there against someone like Ricochet. It needs to be a different style.
Yeah, he's going to do that stuff against. He's better against guys that are bigger than him.
Yeah.
The hell was that? That seems kind of useless.
What was that for?
That rollover thing?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
let me just do a cartwheel.
That didn't do anything for damage. It just fucking laid him out where he needed him to be. Like, what was the point of that? I'm still waiting for a comeback of the greatest move in wrestling history. I haven't seen it. Like, you see it rarely. I'm waiting for the perfect plex to come back.
The perfect what?
The perfect plex?
Oh, yeah.
For Mr. Perfect's finishing move. I love that finisher. I love to see it, especially the way Kurt Hennig did it.
I think Curtis Axel done it a couple times.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times here and there. But goddamn, I'd love to see someone actually use it as a regular finisher.
Yeah, that was always one of my favorite finishers. I love the perfect plex. Oh.
Is that Logan's brother?
I don't know if it was that or one of his show hosts people.
Nice. Oh, that's nice. I love douchebag finishes when it comes to heels like that. I really do.
All right. Okay, so I did like the finish. I like the finish and I like the entrances. I just didn't like the match.
He's gonna play this up too. See, that's he's gonna play this up with the fiance, and then the next pay-per-view, Ricochet's gonna come back and beat him. They'll have like a cage match or something. I haven't seen Logan Paul in a cage match. That could be interesting. In a Hell in a Cell. I don't think it'll be Hell in a Cell. Maybe a cage.
What is what is the next pay-per-view? Do you know?
Oh.
So it'll be September. So we'll have a one of the smaller ones because we'll get October and November-ish. We'll get Survivor Series.
Payback. So that makes sense.
Yeah. So they'll fight there.
So a month we got Payback. Oh, I just got like 6 months to my favorite one.
Rumble?
My favorite one, the Rumble. I hate it when my favorite one's at the beginning of the year.
I love the Rumble.
It's done in January. I love the Rumble. I always have.
Yeah, see, I would have rather watched Ripley and Gonzalez than this.
Yes and no. I like Ripley, but I'm not a fan of Gonzalez. She irritates me. She smiles way too much.
She does smile a lot.
She's always smiling. Like, you see her in a tag team match, and she's in the corner holding the rope, and she's got this big stupid grin on her face. Like, what the hell? Like, your friend there is getting the shit kicked out of her, and you're smiling about it.
Yeah, they definitely need to give her a little edge, but she's good. You know,
Well,
she's
getting better.
Yeah, she's the right package. She'll be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, in a few years, give her time to. Yeah, and I think Ripley is on another level than I think every other woman in the WWE.
Yeah, I mean, hell, Ripley's on another level than most of the other men on there as well.
Oh, she makes such a good heel, and I do kind of keep track of other stuff she does outside of it. You hear her talk in real life, like out of character, and she's just a fucking sweet girl, you know. And then you get to see the character she plays. It's always the nicest people can play the best heels. It always works out like that.
Oh, look at there. There we go.
I don't know. These three guys bug me, especially that guy. You know what bugs me about him? The joint manipulation when he's ripping off.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, if you look at his face, with how much force it looks like he's putting on these fingers, he'd actually rip that hand apart. Like, literally, he'd rip that hand apart by the amount of force it looks like he's putting on there. That's why it looks so fake to me. It's all hell.
The only thing I don't like is I have a hard time with the Butch. Just because I got very used to, because I love NXT UK.
Yeah.
So, you know, I got very used to, you know, Pete Dunne. And, Lesnar and Rhodes up next.
That's kind of a surprise. I thought that'd be...
This should have been a bull rope match. This should have been a bull rope match.
It's going to be, yeah. I don't know what... I can't remember if there is a stipulation in it.
I don't think so. As far as I know, there has not been one. If anyone in chat knows if there's a stipulation now to the Lesnar Rhodes match, let us know in the chat.
I can't see. Is anyone typing anything?
No, nobody's joining us in the comments yet.
Oh, come on, jackasses.
That's the way to get them in the spirit. I've enjoyed this. Rivalry. It's been a good break for Cody. He should get, you know, I mean, who do you have winning this match?
I don't know, because I do know some stuff behind the scenes stuff, just because I think Brock is taking a break here shortly, so I think Cody's going to win. I'd like to see Cody to win, but I could be wrong on that.
I think
it's just like YouTube videos I watch about wrestling news and all that kind of stuff, and they say Brock is going to be going away for a little bit after this, and I thought, well, maybe Cody will win because of that. I'd like to see Cody win.
Yeah, I definitely want to see Cody. I think Cody needs to win. I think he needs to get a clean win at that.
Yeah.
It can be dirty. You know, it can be weapons or something like that. But he needs to 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. You know, no disqualifications or anything funny.
Yeah.
But they've been killer matches. I've enjoyed everything they've done together. I thought this is a great feud to pull him away from Roman for right now. And it gives him some legitimacy, you know. After he beats Brock tonight, hopefully he can detract a lot of the naysayers out there. So,
yeah, to be honest, when Cody first came in, I always saw him as just a little kid, kind of playing with his dad's friends. But what gave me so much respect for him lately is when he came back and he had that shoulder tear. And you see that bruise on his arm, and he still did that cage match, and it was a good cage match with as hurt as he was. I think it was with Seth Rollins.
Have you gotten to watch the documentary they did on Peacock yet?
Not yet. No, I've got it on my my Sportsnet here, and I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Yeah, it's when I got it queued up to watch. I'll probably, after this goes off, I'll probably flip that on and watch it while I lay down. But I'm very, very excited to see that. It was one of the things that Vince got right was going after Cody Rhodes. He was right in the beginning that, go ahead and do what you need to do because you're not a big name. And that, I really think that lit the fire that Cody needed to do to where he's at because they were able to bring him back. I mean, AEW couldn't get the fans behind him like he's gotten them here in WWE.
Yeah, as soon as he came back, it was unreal. It was just boom.
I thought it was going to be one of those short-lived things. I was like, I thought they missed it. I was like, they didn't give it to him at WrestleMania. They missed the firing time. But I think it was right because I thought this Lesnar feud was great, and I think it really cements him as, hey, he is the real deal. He is here to compete for the heavyweight championship.
Yeah.
All right, so the Beast Incarnate is on his way to the ring.
So you think Damian Priest is going to bring the briefcase out sometime tonight?
Maybe. We may see it.
I'm thinking it's going to be the Gunther match. I think he's going to try and cash it in here for the Intercontinental.
Oh, that would be interesting. I wonder if he's going to surface a little bit in the Rollins Balor match.
Maybe.
I think
he's on Raw, so it'd be another one too. I'd love to see him, Balor win the match, win the title, and then Damian come in and cash in the title and take it from both.
Yes, if Balor does win, that totally should happen.
That would be awesome. Dom fighting anyone tonight?
No, I don't think so. I've enjoyed Dirty Dom.
Oh yeah, he makes me laugh because he's a typical heel. Punch someone in the back and turn around and run away.
All right.
I mean, he's an old school heel. Where he'd take a powder every time he'd hit somebody and run away and leave his big buddies, his big friends to point them in. Please take him out and I'll come in and pin him.
I thought, I like Dominic Mysterio better than I enjoy Rey Mysterio. But I love his gimmick. I thought his WrestleMania entrance was the best. That was the best WrestleMania entrance in a long time.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they went with the Dirty Dom. That fits to his character real well.
Yeah.
He never has to be a face. This kid will float through the majority of his career as this heel, and people will love it.
Oh yeah. To be honest, I've never really been a fan of Rey Mysterio. I'm still not to this day. But Dom. It's what bugs me about Rey Mysterio is that they always bill him as the underdog. Well, he keeps winning, so he's not the fucking underdog. He's not the underdog anymore.
Right. You can only win so many titles before you're not. You should be the favorite.
Yeah, exactly. And when he does like the Hurricane Rana to the Big Show,
no, we should.
It just looks.
Already messaged said that the dog peed on itself. Mm-hmm. So, but we need to give him 24 hours to see how he is.
I'm scared for him.
He'll be right.
I want to know what they did to him yesterday in case he's sick or vaccinated.
We can have them. We have the records. They should be in that folder.
It's just hard not to bother you.
It's all right. You're fine.
He's just still there.
Is he still outside?
Yeah, he's not moving.
All right. Oh, so our dog is not moving around a lot, of course, just getting here. So hopefully it's just a little nervous, new home and the whole 9 yards.
How long have you had him?
We just picked him up today. We drove to Tennessee and brought him back. So we had one this time last year that passed on us. We picked up, and within 24 hours, it had contracted parvo at the Humane Society. Well, at least Cody Rhodes got a new coat tonight. A little different from his Beatles Come to America coat.
Yeah. I'm really surprised unless they're planning on having the women's title right before the main event, which would be fine.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot for that. I was going to say that's where they should put the Battle Royal, but you probably shouldn't put LA Knight's pop anywhere close to the main event at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to see Oscar win. I want to see her curse someone out in Japanese again because that's the funniest shit ever in wrestling. When she starts cursing people out in Japanese, no one knows what she's talking about, but she don't care. I heard a rumor too that Dustin might be coming back too.
Oh, really? I would like for him to come back.
I don't think he'd be. I'd love to see the Goldust character again, back in the glory day. I love Goldust, but I don't think they'd do it because they're not. They're kind of away from the big gimmicks.
You know, I think at this point you could just bring him in as
Dustin.
Yeah. Oh, that was a little bit of a hard hit there.
Gonna be a squash match?
I hope not. You're probably still 3 seconds ahead of me.
Yeah, Brock just threw Dusty in the corner. Where I'm at now.
Okay, yeah, I'm still on a German suplex. Oh, there we go. Now he's in the corner. I'm a good 5 seconds behind.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Well, I watch this on this Sportsnet channel that I subscribe to.
Damn Canadians always getting stuff before we do. It's because it has to funnel from the north down, right?
No, don't be like that because now we can't get any news from the Americans because now news outlets have to pay the Canadian government money because this whole bill C-11 for Canadian content. So we can't see any news about Canada from other countries anymore. Our prime minister is slowly cutting us off and becoming a dictator.
Oh, that's a
whole other issue.
That's a horrible thing.
We'll talk about that sometime when we're offline.
Yes.
But we are slowly becoming a dictatorship where we don't even. You're going to have so much Canadian content, even for like YouTubers. They got to have so much Canadian content, or they either have to pay, or their algorithm when it's you try to find it on YouTube, it's all the way down at the bottom of the list, unless you look for it specifically. I know the guy that does the Star Wars, one of the Star Wars shows that Chris watches on YouTube is out of Canada, and he's moving to the States.
Is that Theory?
Yeah, Star Wars Theory, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're screwed unless we get rid of this jackass.
Oh, that is horrible. I'd not heard anything about that, but I've disconnected myself from the news cycle. Oh, excuse me, the news cycles down here.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Yeah.
So, anyways, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, we'll talk about this some other time. I'll do my own podcast or my own YouTube channel of bitching about Canadian politics one of these days.
Oh, that's I got a show for that. That's good talk right there.
Brock's got his pockets outside of his pants. He's got pockets in his trucks and
He
they're
showed
outside.
everybody I'm broke. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, Brock ain't broke. The Beast is the perfect name for that guy. That's what he looks like to me. He's a beast.
Right. So Brock's also eyeing retirement.
What's that?
There's Brock's eyeing retirement.
Yeah.
What is it? The WrestleMania? I think WrestleMania 41 is going to be in Minneapolis, and that's where maybe he's going to hang it up.
Really?
Oh, before we get to the end of this match, are we going to see Bray Wyatt tonight?
Oh, I would love to. You've been seeing all these skulls all over the place in the background and all these little clues, and you've been seeing little characters up. I'd love to see Bray Wyatt make a comeback sometime.
If he does, he's got to be at this match, right? That's the next feud for Cody.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't that make they go back to the NXT? That was his mentor, was Cody Rhodes.
I always thought because there was a start of a feud between Bray and LA Knight before Bray got sick with something. They still won't say what his medical issue was. I think it was a form of cancer or something. They will not say what it was.
Oh, that's horrible. I know that he's been out for undisclosed issues.
Yeah,
Don't know.
that's why I think it's kind of something more serious than just like a shoulder injury or something like that. You know?
Right.
I think it's some treatment he's been having to do.
But I kind of expect him. I would see him back tonight or tomorrow if it's going to be Cody. A lot of people said him and Roman. I mean, they got a big storied past too, so that could be all right.
You know.
But I think a good spot would be Cody and Bray moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see Bray Wyatt, but we need some weirdness.
I have no idea.
Like ever since the Undertaker retired, there's been no
Put them in bags. I'll
supernatural type guy.
set them up against the fireplace, and I'll put them out in the garage. You can put them in bags.
I've rebagged everything.
I'll take them in the garage when I'm done. Are you going to let the dog in? All right. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh no, not a problem. No, there's when it comes to a new dog, it'll take a few weeks, I think, for the dog to finally realize that it's its home.
Yeah. We just we're a little gun shy. We got a Cocker Spaniel a year ago, right around this time. And we brought it home, and we only had it here at the house for 24 hours at the Humane Society. They had around a parvo going on from a litter, and this dog had contracted it and then had developed after we got it home. And so we're a little gun shy. It's taken us a year to get to a point where we could get another one. And so now we're looking at any little thing that's, oh my gosh, there's something wrong. Yeah. And rightfully so. I don't want to go through that again. Even only having that dog last year for 24 hours, it hurt so bad.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't have any pets myself with my job driving truck. I'm usually gone all the time, but I've had a lot of dogs when I was a kid, and you get attached to them. They're family members, dogs and cats both.
Right. So Brock's split his pants.
Did he?
He did. He did. You can see there he's got the old SpongeBob rip pants syndrome going on.
He's got the little Brock hanging out there, or what? You fucking beat Cody with the little Brock,
Yeah.
with the little beast. Oh yeah, I think I see the tear there now.
You know, you could also see Bray Wyatt come out against Brock. You know, Brock supposedly wouldn't take the match at WrestleMania and all that. And that could have been the start of a storyline.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still. We need a little supernatural. Ever since the Undertaker left and then Bray Wyatt kind of took over that role, we need a little mystery, weirdness.
Yeah, you got to have somebody. I mean, even in the Cena era, we had the Boogeyman.
Yeah, the Boogeyman was cool.
I love the Boogeyman.
I know everyone. You see a lot of things on him, and he was hated and all that, but I thought he was cool.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed him and Booker T together. Was hilarious.
Well, Booker T is hilarious with anybody.
Oh, him and Goldust were one of my all-time favorite tag teams.
Oh, yeah, I love Booker T. Apparently, R-Truth is supposed to be coming back here shortly too. And R-Truth,
I can't wait to see. I love R-Truth. R-Truth is another.
He is the funniest dude. He's made so many people break character with laughing. Even Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Hell, I think we might have talked about it at WrestleMania when he got Brock.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Cody was the perfect face in the WWE at the right time.
Yeah. Well, I think he's going to come back and win this. With the way they're building this matchup now, where they're making Brock look unbeatable, I think Cody's going to win.
Yeah, I agree. You got Brock shaking his head like can't believe you just don't stay down.
Was a nasty scratch.
Oh. That's a good way to keep the referee from seeing the turnbuckle and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
So it's at least no disqualification. Because we know they got countouts.
A lot of because he's using the stairs. There's still countouts though. Nice.
Oh, that was.
That was a nice cutter. Yeah, it always looks so much better when you put a smaller guy against a bigger guy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me. I'm not big on the whole luchador thing, and I'm not big on the big high flying stuff. That's why I don't like seeing two middleweights go at it.
Right. But now, see, I would have been all day long in the 90s, man. Give me Guerrero and Dean Malenko.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, give me Jericho Benoit.
yeah.
You
That's
know,
a whole different level though. Those talents, I don't think we'll see.
Ultimo Dragon and Eddie. You know, I mean, that's all good shit. And you just, you know, I don't know. There's a place for everything, and everything has its place. You know,
Eddie
just
was
not Logan Paul versus Ricochet.
Eddie was a legend though. He was on a whole different level from everyone at the time. He was so much ahead of his time, and then was gone way too early.
Right. Well, you know, take him out of the equation. Give me Lance Storm and Malenko.
Yeah. Jericho, I've always enjoyed. I've always liked watching Jericho. He's one of the best heels, in my opinion, that's ever has been.
Yeah, I've loved everything Jericho does. He's grating on me slightly nowadays.
That one bit in WCW back in the day when he's feuding with Malenko and he's reading that list of his 102 holds.
Yeah.
And it goes through the commercial break, and I've just seen videos people talk about that were actually in the crowd, and they're like, yeah, he read the entire list. It went to commercial, and then comes back, he's at hold 76. He goes, but he kept reading the whole thing. Oh my God.
Hold 73, armbar.
Yeah. No, he didn't. His shoulders hit the corners. Nice. Oh, Brock tapped to that.
Oh, wow. I would be shocked if he taps out here.
Yeah, I don't think he will.
And that's how you know it's a good match.
Yeah.
You know, you could have if Cody embarrasses Brock enough to send him out for months, and say Cody Rhodes beats Roman Reigns at WrestleMania next year.
Yeah.
Monday night would be the return of Brock Lesnar. You know, that would be a way to pop the shit out of that Monday Night Raw crowd. Oh, here we go. We're going to get two.
He's going for third. Wow. And it was clean.
Good deal. That was a great match. I enjoyed that match.
Very clean.
Now I just hope Cody's not injured.
Yeah, I just hope that Brock doesn't do something like a retaliation thing.
After every big match, I just worry that Cody's going to be injured.
Yeah. I think they're going to play his injury. He's going to be gone for a little while. It's nice to see a clean win.
Shoulder injuries just enough to keep you out till after WrestleMania.
Yeah. I just don't want to see Brock do something and attack him. Give him a handshake.
Oh, this should be interesting.
Nice.
That was good.
I just don't want to see it turn into an attack from Brock, to be honest with you. I want to see that be legit.
He is grabbing his hurt arm, though.
Nice. So far, well, we've only had 2, but that's match of the night for me.
Yeah, it's good. That's going to be hard to beat. You know, that's a good rub for Cody. You know, because you're not only really getting, if you go over Brock, you're not only getting the fact that you're beating Brock, you know, you're getting that rub from the man who defeated the Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know, so that's
although I still think it was wasted on Brock, but let's not do that.
Yeah.
Brock didn't need the push. He didn't.
Yeah, but looking back on it, how wasted would have it been if it would have been Wyatt? And I know that's what everybody wanted.
Yeah.
Ooh,
there's a girl in a pink tube top behind his mom there. I want to see more of her. I have to rewind that.
Oh, the behind Cody's mom there.
Yeah, there was a girl there with like a ripped T-shirt tied up in a knot in her sleeve. Sorry, it's my old pervert coming out. Been single way too long.
Understood, sir. So make sure you smash the like button. There are 5 people in here with us as the current moment. Hit that like button, each and every one. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel or follow the Facebook pages. We thank you so much for tuning in tonight. If you like that match, let us know in the comments below. Do you think that was the right call, having Cody go over cleanly on Brock Lesnar? And who do you got in the main event tonight? Do you got main event Jey Uso or the current tribal chief, Roman Reigns? What about in the WWE Heavyweight Championship match? We got Rollins and Balor. Who do you got in that match? Let us know in the comments below. Are you ready for some LA Knight? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. This place is going to blow the roof off when LA Knight comes out.
I would love to see him. I would love to see him win.
Where do you think his push goes? Say if they start a push right now, it's got to end somewhere.
Well, I think it's going to go to the Intercontinental Champion first. It's going to go to Gunther. He's about the only guy I'd actually like to see beat Gunther for the title. And then see Gunther step up and start going for the championship. The Universal Championship. And then have Gunther there have LA Knight there for a while, and then him and Gunther go up again. This is like probably more than a year, or maybe 2 in advance.
Right.
Have LA Knight and Gunther go together for the championship. I think those two, and Jey Uso as well, are the future of the next 4 or 5 years. I really do.
Yeah, that's and if nothing else, definitely Gunther. Gunther is the future of the company, I think. Um, I like LA Knight and Rollins at WrestleMania next year. I like LA Knight to win the Rumble and challenge Seth Rollins, and that's your main event for night one.
I keep forgetting there's 2 belts. There's one for SmackDown and one for Raw, and Gunther's on SmackDown though. Unless they change him, unless they move him over, or unless
you can have anybody come in. They can work out angles to get anybody over.
Yeah, unless he wins Money in the Bank next year.
But I would like to see. I think this tonight, is foreshadowing of the Royal Rumble. If LA Knight can keep the momentum, I think he's going to get his shot. I think he's the one that dethrones Seth Rollins.
You think so?
I do. I think he's the chosen one for that title because you can give that to him, and it doesn't upset anybody's apple cart.
Yeah.
He could put his stamp on that belt. Where if he was given the Universal title, giving his age, I think that's the one they look at, that he's not a homegrown boy. And so that's why I don't think he'll get the Universal title.
Yeah.
Because I really think the heavyweight title is going to be your workhorse title, which is unfortunate because you had the Intercontinental title for that. And I could see somebody like him. And I think Cody's, a year from now, I think we're seeing Gunther and Cody for the Universal title at SummerSlam.
That'd be good.
That is the most logical person for Cody to take on first. Because I don't know how long of a run you give Cody. You might only give him WrestleMania to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Because his will always be, the chase will always be better for Cody than defending.
Yeah, to me, it's always, you always got to have the heel. You always got to have someone that's being chased, usually the heel, with the title, and then you have the babyface chase him constantly, and that's what brings in crowds.
Right.
They want to see that heel, that jackass get beat. Oh, there's another one of my dudes that I like too. I'd like to see him do more and get more positive stuff as The Miz. But he doesn't really need it because he's still.
I love The Miz.
I got to pee, and LA Knight's coming out here in a minute.
Oh, yeah. It's funny. My daughter goes around and she'll be like, let me tell you something. And it's so close. I'm like, it's so close to the catchphrase, honey. So close.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta go pee. I'll be back in 1 second. Right.
LA Knight making his way to the ring. Detroit is going crazy in Ford Field. Let me talk to you. Yeah, this guy is 100% over. And it's nice to see that somebody can still get over, even in this time period. We always get that one throughout a year. But LA Knights is a lot different than Kofi's was. It's very similar to Daniel Bryan's, but it's a lot different than what Kofi's was. So we'll see here. We got the Battle Royal. Oh, AJ Styles getting an entrance for the Battle Royal. Let me know who you think's going to win in the comments below. Who is your pick in the SummerSlam Battle Royale? So, Scott, all you missed was LA Knight getting a huge pop and AJ Styles coming to the ring.
I saw the pop before I went. I had to wait for LA Knight to come out.
Tommaso Ciampa's in there. Sheamus is in there. Who else you see in there?
Otis is in there. I like Otis too, especially the whole Otis with his new woman there.
Yeah.
She got her first win on SmackDown. SmackDown or Raw? She actually was in a match and she got her first win, and it was actually pretty cool.
There was that was Brother Love making a little debut in the package.
Brother Love. I miss Brother Love.
What about Bronson Reed's name change to Big Bronson Reed?
I think it's a little redundant, to be honest. We all know Bronson Reed
is big.
Oh, here comes Omos. He used to bug me too, but I read this article that the country he's from, I think he's from Nigeria or something like that. They see him like as a 100% hero.
Like
he does so much to help the people of the country and all that with the money he makes here. And
it's he's good. The last time we seen him in action, that match was all right.
It was. He's getting better. He moves a lot better. I remember the big Khali. He was scary in the ring. Big dude, but he couldn't move.
Right. Omos is one of those guys, they brought him up too early. They should have left him as an attraction on NXT.
Yeah.
But he's one of those, man, you could write him off TV for 4 or 5 months, let him train.
Yeah.
He could come back and be really good. I mean, he might not be winning no world titles, but you always got to have that guy that fills out 2 pay-per-views in between your big ones,
Yeah, you got to bring him in as a beast, which is what they do.
Which one they'll start that tonight. He'll just go over, eliminate LA Knight right off the bat. Now there goes one.
He just did the second one.
Who the hell is that? Who did he throw out with the second one? It looks like an old, like CM Punk back in
I thought
ECW.
It was CM Punk at first. I'm like, what? Apollo Crews, apparently. Oh, there goes that irritating jackass.
Oh, Rick Boogs.
I hate him so much. Oh, look, pinch one of his fingers, buddy. That'll help.
All right, so there's 3 eliminations. Oh, there's your boy, Scott.
Oh, my God, I hate that shit.
Oh, everybody teams up on him?
No, it's that whole lock them in the ropes and pound their chest thing that the Brawling Brutes and Sheamus are all into now. For some reason, it just gets on my nerves.
That's a man. Almost is a big dude. Like, not like tall, but like wide. He is a wide man.
Who, Otis or not Otis?
No. Almost.
Yeah, he's huge. Like he'd be a scary dude to see walking down the street.
Yeah, I think I'd be like, here's my wallet, sir.
Exactly. Apparently, though, according to this article, he's actually he's a really nice guy. Like everyone in the crowd, the locker room loves him. Like
I'd heard that, and then they done one when they went over there for some shows. They showed him getting to go back to his hometown and where he was on all the posters. All the kids were celebrating, and
yeah. Well, they're shit-stained. I always call Shitsuke. For some reason, I hear shit-stained. And I'm still trying to figure out exactly 100% what strong style is. Because apparently he's the king of it. And
he is the king of strong style, so they say.
It's just like wrestling to me, so what the hell is strong style?
I think that's where you know how they get in there and then they chop each other back and forth and just slap. I think it's that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's like stuff that I don't know if you care for that type of wrestling, but it's like the stuff Kenny Omega does.
Yeah. Like I enjoy watching him. I think he's good. It's just I just refer to him as shit stain, so I don't know if that's disrespectful or not. I don't mean it to be. And he's out.
Oh,
I think
Ciampa might win this.
I think Bronson Reed and Otis could have taken out Omos, but Otis is already out.
Oh, well, there goes Ciampa.
Where's my guy? I'm not seeing LA Knight anymore. Is he not out already? Is he?
So what's up with Escobar's shirt? Is that Escobar over in the corner that Omos is beating up?
Well, right now I see him beating up Sheamus. Yeah, Escobar, he's wearing an NWO shirt?
No, it says DWO on it.
Oh, God.
That's not Escobar, is it? Man,
There goes Theory.
they shaved Cameron Grimes and now he sucks. Okay, yeah, that was Escobar.
Karrion Kross I kind of like too, but they haven't. He doesn't pop. You know what I mean? He doesn't just.
I liked Karrion Kross. I don't like Karrion Kross with hair.
So I've never seen him without it. I don't know.
That looks a little better with the long hair, but yeah, there's just a disconnect with his return. I was all about Karrion Kross before he left.
Yeah, it's just something about him just doesn't pop for me. I'm starting to really like him though, Gable.
Yeah, he's a. I like Gable a lot.
Is that Riddle?
It is.
Yeah.
Got his.
Get rid of him too. I'm not a fan of Riddle.
You don't like Matt Riddle?
No, I don't like the whole surfer board hippie dude, and he's from like New York or something like that. They say he's from somewhere or Nevada. Like, why is he a surfer? Not a whole lot of surfing in Nevada.
I see. I always looked at him not as a surfer, as a stoner.
Well, same thing.
And then,
he's a hippie. He's a hippie.
because there's a lot of times you don't need a surfboard. You you don't need a surfboard for the other Scott. That's
LA Knight isn't gone already, is he? I don't see him in there.
Yeah, I don't nothing from LA Knight.
There he is. He's beating up Omos here, trying to.
Oh, okay. Oh, the crowd's reacting to it.
Omos
Dude, if he eliminates Omos, that crowd will die. If he should body slam him. Oh, Karrion Kross is the dude that looks like CM Punk. LA Knight should have just went over there and flipped all of them out. I like Grayson Waller pretty well too.
Yeah, he's a good heel. He can piss people off.
Yeah. Oh, that was nice. There's a tag team.
Miz and Waller.
Yeah, they would.
They'd make a good tag team.
They have the right look.
The right attitude.
Yeah.
Oh, the Miz is gone. As
Oh,
long
there
as they
goes
don't
Waller.
as long as they don't want LA Knight to shave his head, he'd stay far enough from his roots of Steve Austin and still make him legit. But he does. He reminds me so much of Austin. And Buddy there, Gable, he reminds me a lot of Kurt Angle.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. He amazes me with his strength every time. It never fails. He'll do something that's why he doesn't have a good run with the IC title is beyond me. Him and Gunther, if they hooked up and went out in the ring, that would be a great match.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
because
Gable would be believable, face for that matchup.
Nice. Nice.
Well, let's see what I'm missing.
Well, Gunther and Braun, because Gunther's a lot stronger. He doesn't look as strong as he actually is.
So we're down. It's got to be LA Knight. With the 3 we're at, it has to be Knight.
Yeah, and just to see him LA Knight eliminate Reed.
All right, so I'm going to have to cover my ears in a few seconds.
I'll
Cover my eyes so I don't see Scott celebrating.
I'll try to control it till you catch up.
Oh no, go for it. Get the live reaction. Oh, so we're down to 2.
Yeah.
I love the elbow. I love his elbow. Oh.
Oh God. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, so here we go. How's it going to be? Oh, nice. Good. Clothesline over the top. LA Knight, baby.
Nice. Well, the crowd
Oh, God. Michael Cole's killing it.
completely on their feet.
That was a fantastic. That was a good finish. That was the right call.
I was actually these battle royals I don't like as much as the Royal Rumble because everyone's in there at once to start.
Right.
But this one was actually really good.
So there are some rumors swirling that Steve Austin would potentially come in for a feud against LA Knight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the one person that he would agree to work with if they could get the terms right.
Yeah. I love Austin. I love the show he does, the interviews.
Uh-huh.
I listen to that one all the time. They're all old ones now because he's doing another show for Peacock WWE Network. And I can't get those on podcast.
Yeah, I haven't watched those. That's one on my list of things to watch.
You got to watch. He's got like three of them where he's got one two-parter with the Undertaker where they're sitting there doing shots at Jeff Daniels the whole thing.
Oh yeah, no, that one was great.
That one was awesome. There was a second one too where there's another one there. And there's one with Kane was actually really good. They talk about all the I don't know. It was pretty sweet.
Him and Ron Simmons, I thought was a really good one too.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh, look at there.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. LA Knight's on the new Slim Jim commercial
Yeah.
with Bianca Belair.
Well, this could be interesting. I don't know. I don't really like either one of them, to be honest with you. Ronda Rousey or Shayna Baszler.
Yeah. I'm cool. I hope Baszler wins. Just because I think Rousey's on her way out.
I just think that they both look, the way they do their makeup and their hair, they both look more masculine than most of the men do. And it's not a bad thing. Like, I wouldn't mess with either one of them. They'd probably kick my ass without much of a problem. Actually, I know they would kick my ass without much of a problem.
I would say that's a fairly safe bet for anyone to say. I didn't mind. I thought they would have been great. I wish they would have let them run as a tag team, but that's the only thing reason I guess that Rousey's on her way out, because why break it up that early?
Isn't Rousey going back to MMA, or is she retiring?
I have no idea. No idea, but I heard the rumor mill's swirling and saying that, she's on her way out, and this might be the way she goes out. Which, if she is going to go out, you give Baszler the rub. Let Baszler be the badass of the division, and then you always got somebody. If Rousey ever comes back in the future, you got an easy end to bring her back.
Still no comment.
Oh yeah, she kept running in here when the door opened.
Still no comments. What the hell?
What's that?
People watching, not talking.
No, nobody's commenting. Nobody's commenting. They're being antisocial, Scott.
Yep.
Hey. What's the puppy doing?
They're all outside, but he's just standing at the same spot.
Hasn't moved outside.
Well, he went to the door and then went and laid back down in front of the bench and just stays there.
You got a package on here from Rousey and bitching about each other.
Yeah, that's what they're showing here as well.
Yeah, they showed them on SmackDown where Baszler saying that Rousey only reason why she trained with her at the house is so she'd have something for Rousey, that's someone to beat up. All right.
So here's the commentary shakeup that you were talking about earlier. So Cole going to Corey Graves and Kevin Patrick are going to be on SmackDown with Cole. So SmackDown's going to be a 3-person team, and then Raw's going to be 2.
Well, I noticed that with when I watched Raw, because it's been a while since I watched Raw, and both the commentators were faces. Like, you got to have a heel commentator on there, and they were both kind of cheering for the same guy. It's like, come on now.
Right, I like Wade Barrett on the desk.
Wade Barrett is awesome. I miss Bad News Barrett.
Yeah, I wish he would come back to action. The Nexus is one of my favorite factions ever.
I don't know why he maybe we're just out of the loop here. I don't know why he stopped actually performing in the ring. Was he injured or something?
I don't think so. From what I understand, I think he just got tired of it. He wanted to get away from it and got
But
I guess, burned out.
He's definitely found his niche there with the commentating, because he's good with Cole.
Yeah, he's a good one to bounce off of Cole for sure.
I'm gonna have to watch more Raw now with him on there.
That was he did really well in NXT. It was him and that Joseph kid, that young guy that they keep trying, that we thought for a long time was going to be Cole's replacement, but so I think he's still on NXT.
I don't know. Maybe I'm old school. Well, I know I'm old school, but there's still no better commentary team than Jim Ross and Jerry King Lawler.
I like that one. I like Monsoon and Heenan.
I was just going to say that. The only one that's slightly better is Monsoon and Heenan. Oh, my God.
And then Vince and Ventura were pretty good.
Every pay-per-view, Heenan's, you got to take him out and waffle him with a tire iron. That line would come up every time The Undertaker was wrestling. That's the only way to take him out. You got to waffle him with a tire iron. It still makes me laugh to this day. Heenan was a legend. Lawler is the same level in my opinion. I love Lawler as a heel. Especially he was perfect for the Attitude Era with the puppies and all that kind of crap.
Right. And Jim, it kills me that AEW doesn't use Jim Ross.
Yeah.
Like they should. I mean, it's just,
a
missed opportunity.
He's not doing commentary, but he's had a talent or something like that there, isn't he? What's he doing in AEW?
He does like a commentary match every now and then, but I don't know that anybody but Khan handles talent relations right now.
Maybe he just doesn't want to do full-time commentary.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. He's at that age. All right, so this is going to be MMA rules.
Yeah.
So we shall see how...
I don't think this is going to go over well with the crowd because we're not. This isn't an MMA crowd.
Yeah.
They want the over exaggeration, the storytelling. They don't want the straight fighting. They want the man soap opera version of fighting.
Right. Well, I mean, surely that's what we're still going to get, right?
But yeah, look at the crowd. Like half of them are looking away.
Yeah, no, most of them, you can see them getting up in the back. Good time to go get your T-shirts, your concessions.
Yeah.
So MMA rules to end in a pin.
Never really been a fan of MMA because I've always preferred the spectacle and the story. Like I said, man soap opera is what wrestling is.
Right. Now, I used to watch MMA. I liked Shamrock, Ken Shamrock, and Dan Severn, and Gracie, and all them.
Well, Dan Severn was a beast because that's what they called him. Another one. I remember his short run in WWE. Fight like you wouldn't believe, but had zero skills on the mic, and you kind of need both.
Right.
Well, you do need both.
All right, so probably good placement for this match.
Yeah, let the crowd come down a little bit from the LA night win.
So next, I guess we will have the heavyweight title, then the women's title, and then... Wow, it was a hell of a kick.
I'd like to see... I know they can't have any outside involvement, but I'd like to see Sami Zayn come out during that Jey Uso match and to help him if Solo does anything. Because you notice since the whole Bloodline thing with Jey Uso happened, there's been no Sami Zayn involvement. I know they're on different shows. But it was basically Sami Zayn that was pointing out, Roman's a dictator. He's a douchebag to Jay, and Jay started thinking about that, and that's what I think evolved into what we got now.
Right.
So I'd like to see Zayn come out.
I'd like to see him come in.
Because they got to do something with him, because Kevin Owens is injured.
Let me know if he does or doesn't. I'll come get him. I guess we just put him on that and.
We're just gonna sleep with him and have him not sleep. Maybe he'll come out.
How did she? You know that knee and that knee was pretty good. It looked like it hurt.
Yeah, like I think they're doing a legit fight. Good knee shots.
Well, Baszler's head's red.
Well, they're starting to throw a little bit of. Okay, that was kind of weird.
Okay, you know what? I'm enjoying this more than Logan Paul and Ricochet.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know.
At least they've actually hit each other. I mean, their moves at least look good.
I haven't seen a female ref yet this run for this pay-per-view.
Yeah, no, I have not noticed.
I kind of keep track of it because if there's a female ref, there's not going to be ref interference. You know,
Right.
like, the ref won't take a bump, which I think is horrible. Even in a women's match, the ref generally, if it's a female ref, will take a bump. But there hasn't been any of that kind of stuff at all.
Yeah, no, funny, but it would be nice to get just a straight up pay-per-view.
Yeah, because everything's been clean so far, which kind of makes me nervous for the last match for Roman Reigns. Because everything so far has been clean.
They need her to demolish Rousey for the end of this match.
Yeah.
You let her demolish Rousey. You let Flair get that title back around her waist, and you run a program with Baszler and Flair at WrestleMania.
Yeah. That'd be good. I'm not really a big fan of Charlotte, but it'd be a good match.
Yeah, I mean, you put Charlotte in anything, and it's gonna.
Oh yeah, I respect her like you wouldn't believe. It's just I don't like her character. I do, but I don't. It's hard to put into words.
It does what it needs to do because it makes you mad.
That match she had with was that at WrestleMania? That one we did when she had that match with Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah, that was an amazing match.
That one should definitely be up for match of the year. It really should.
Yeah. If not, best women's match ever.
Yeah. Well, there's the chin lock.
Right, so there's one.
Baszler won with the choke out.
Well, good. Good for Baszler. Baszler wins.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to piss her off.
Oh, good Lord, no.
Well, that was a beat kick. That knee.
That was a good-looking kick. That was a good-looking kick, and Ronda really freaking sold it. And I think Baszler sold that knee because it went straight up her nose.
Yeah. Yeah, so far everything's gone the way I was hoping it was. So it really makes me nervous for the last match because it's not going to go the way I want it to. I still think Jay is going to win the match, but he's not going to win the title.
Yeah, I wonder if there's any way they can split it up where, you know, the bloodline could be kind of helmed up by the Usos, you know, in particular Jay.
I think Solo's going to get involved, and that's why he's not going to win the belt, but he's going to win the match.
What do you think the odds are that The Rock is involved?
Oh, well, I really thought the elders were going to come into it because he was told that it was the elders' idea to do tribal combat.
Right.
But I don't think The Rock is considered one of the elders. It's like Sika and Rikishi. It would be cool to see them come in.
Yeah, I mean, it would be the dads.
Yeah.
But Roman could definitely, or The Rock could definitely be there to influence the outcome.
Yeah.
But then if they do that, then that derails Cody Rhodes yet again.
Yeah.
Unless you done Roman and The Rock at Rumble, because The Rock's not going to be doing any acting gigs from now to January.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that actor strike, you know, we should see John Cena come back. You know.
Well, we don't fucking need to see John Cena.
That's right, because you can't see John Cena.
Yeah. Don't give me that. It's not that I can't see John Cena, it's that I don't want to see John Cena. I think there might be a little issue with Imperium coming up too, because.
Oh, I hope not. They're so good. They need another member. I don't want to see them. This should be Survivor Series. It should have been the Bloodline and Imperium. How amazing would that be as a Survivor Series match?
What do you think? Do you think that they should bring back the old school Survivor Series type matches?
Yeah, they should all be that. We don't need no titles.
Yeah.
I've
always enjoyed those.
Yeah, you don't need more than 4 matches, but give me 4 traditional Survivor Series matches.
Yeah.
And let me have a sole survivor and have one team that dominates.
Yeah, you could have if you had enough for the women to do it, you could do 2 and 2, 2 male, 2 female. I don't think we have the roster for females though to do, because you'd need 16.
You could also throw an NXT Survivor Series match on there.
Yeah, have like, because didn't they used to do that? You have an NXT versus like a Smack or WWE, and then you have a SmackDown versus a Raw.
Yeah. Like, I would like to see a SmackDown and Raw, maybe an NXT between each other. And then, you know, the women's, you could have a women's SmackDown and Raw. There's five matches you could have for the Survivor Series.
The only thing, though, is that they can't really build a story on it anymore because everyone's mostly single group. You know what I mean? And to put four random people together to fight another four random people, there's no story involved.
Yeah,
And
but there was,
fighting.
that's kind of how all the, you had, somebody would join with Demolition and, versus Coco Beware and Hacksaw Jim Duggan and,
Yeah, but you
know,
also had like the $1 Million Team, which is I mentioned that because that's where my dude debuted in 1990. Holy Christ, I'm old.
right.
That's where the Undertaker came in as part of the $1 Million Team.
Right. I mean, you could make it. You could do a 30-day build up and you could have that. You could have Cameron Grimes recruiting his team. You just got to find a way to elect a couple captains.
Well, you
maybe
can even build something up with Judgment Day, 3 men and a woman, and then the OC is 3 men and a woman, and have them kind of do their own.
Right. And see, then your Raw and SmackDown could just be the champions.
Yeah.
Have the Intercontinental US, the World and Universal, and then split the tag team belts back up and have 2 tag teams.
Yeah.
And then it could be, just a genuine Raw versus SmackDown.
I think they got to split those tag team titles up. I think both divisions, both shows need a tag team. They got to. I enjoy tag team matches, and they got to. But the problem is they don't have a whole lot of decent tag teams. I'm glad to see the Street Profits are kind of back.
Yeah, I'm excited to see them and Lashley.
Yeah. And I really want to see the traditional Survivor Series. That one and the Rumble are my 2 favorites.
And I always enjoy, when the Rockers and Ultimate Warrior were on the same team, and Ultimate Warrior's choking Shawn Michaels with the strings and everything during the promo, and Shawn's like trying to get it off of his neck. But I always enjoyed just kind of the randomness of the people that were paired together,
Yeah. Yeah, because you could use that for the feud too. You have 2 people that hate each other on this. Like, because this wasn't it during the Rock Austin feud? They were on a Survivor team together.
Probably.
Or a tag team or something like that.
That was Vince's go-to in the 90s, was just take whoever's fighting against each other, put them in a tag team, give them the belts.
Yeah, Vince. Well,
Love Imperium's entrance.
I do. Me too. I really like this guy.
Yes.
Out of the 2 of them, or out of the 3 of them, Gunther and then this guy,
Yeah, he's one. He could have an independent run.
Oh, for sure.
But watch him when Gunther comes out and slings his coat, and then he catches it. It is some of the best work you'll see on any event. But yeah, he'll have it. Well, it's probably already happening for you right now.
Oh, they're just walking down the thing. Yeah, I think they're going to keep the belt on him to beat the Honky Tonk Man. They want to reset a lot of the records, I think.
Yeah, they should. You can keep that belt on him for another year.
Oh, easy.
I mean, unless you were going to let him get the World Heavyweight title from Cody at SummerSlam next year, I would just assume see him hold this belt at this time next year.
I don't know, I really like Gunther.
He's one that should win the Rumble and then just be the dominating, looming factor that, holy shit, that's who I got to fight at WrestleMania, and how am I going to win?
Sorry, I shouldn't be cursing it. I just noticed the whole coat thing. I never noticed that till
Oh
now.
yeah,
My God, that's brilliant.
yeah. Old dude is
He
on it.
picks it off, and he doesn't even have it off his arms before Buddy grabs it and starts spinning it. My God, I've never noticed that before.
I'd not noticed it, and then I ran across the video on YouTube, and it showed him doing it like 4 or 5 different times, and they were like, Ludwig's on point every single time because it just gives them that,
No.
like that badass imperial.
Yeah,
Everything is down to a T, you know, and to see how much he's changed from the start
yeah,
of his career is amazing.
yeah. Because like I said before, I had some years where I was not watching wrestling, and that's when he came in, and he was kind of dumpy and all that kind of stuff, and then they released him, and he went and wrestled in Europe for a few years and got in the shape he's in now. And he's just, oh my God, he's just got the German. Well, he is German, I believe, but he's got the SS look. Like they do that so well,
Yeah,
group, but not. They got the SS look, but it's not quite the SS because it's, you know, there's not a good history with the SS.
right. All right, pardon me for just a second. I'll be right back. So we're going to leave it in Scott's capable hands here as soon as I.
So that means I'm just going to sit here in silence and watch because I can't really talk. Alrighty, let's go, Gunther. Whoa, look at that. McIntyre just knocked him down with his shoulder. Yeah, this is one of the few times where Gunther's been fighting someone a little more physically imposing than him. Now they've gone and left me all alone. Gunther's got the headlock on. Ooh, then he goes up. Gunther rolls out, hurt. Already, we got ourselves a female ref in this one, so there's not going to be a ref bump. This might be one of the few pay-per-views where we have a bunch of clean finishes. Head first into the ring post. Yeah, Gunther, whoop his ass. Scottish jackass. Before you guys say anything, I'm Scottish, so I'm also German, so I'm kind of torn with this one. So this match represents my internal struggle constantly. Sorry, I've had a lot of rum. And the chops just keep coming from Gunter. Gunter. Sorry, I shouldn't pronounce that like they do in WWE because they pronounce it wrong. It's like Xavier Woods. They've been pronouncing that wrong for years. But anyway, I digress. Oh my god, it's so brutal. I love watching Gunther. Oh, here comes the stare off. Nice. Nice clothesline.
All right, what I miss? Anything exciting?
Well, you missed about me contemplating that I don't know who I want to win this match because I'm both Scottish and German. I went off about that for a little while. But I'm pretty. Then I bitched about pronunciations because that's my
Well,
thing.
I see McIntyre must have got his chest opened up.
Oh, he's been getting chopped like crazy. But that's Gunther's deal. Like, oh my god, I would not want to take one. You couldn't pay me.
Oh, good Lord, no.
Well, I guess if you pay me $1 million, I'd take one of his chops, and then I'd have enough time to sign my will and leave the money to my daughter before I died. But
Yeah, I just couldn't imagine. I mean, I would think, your lungs would just collapse immediately.
Oh, it's really funny when he does that to Sheamus because Sheamus is so pale, just his natural skin tone, and the red really shows.
Right.
I am really torn on this match though because I do really want to see both of them win it. I do like McIntyre. I always have. Well, not when he first came in. When he came back with the beard, he was good. But I don't know. I got to give Gunther the edge. Gunther. Oh, nice. Oh. No. You can always tell with the camera angles if the wrestler is getting pinned is watching the ref, and he's not he's counting. I remember back in the day where wrestlers would keep their eyes closed when they were going getting pinned, but now you can always see them watching the ref to count. So if they're watching the ref, they're waiting for the 2 count before they pop out, before they kick out. He left again. I hope his dog is okay. You got someone barking over there. I can't tell if there's anyone watching. Is there anyone on here? Give us a like and a comment. I'm kind of sick of talking to myself here.
All right, so we still don't have a winner.
Nope. How's the dog doing? I heard the dog barking at least.
Well, that was that was one of our old dogs. We got 5 dogs now.
Holy Christ.
Yeah,
That's a lot of dog.
it is. Two of them are Pyrenees, and then 2 terriers and a Chihuahua.
Oh, you got a Chihuahua?
Yeah, it's like a 4.25 dogs.
Yeah. And that I bet you that one's the most vicious out of the whole group.
No, it's one of the little terrier dogs.
Oh, really? Was it like
Yeah, she runs the roost.
is it like a Scottish Terrier?
No, it's a mixed terrier.
Oh. My parents have got a Westie. They got one of the white terriers.
Uh huh.
He's getting old now, but like he's up. He's like 13 years old, 14 years old. So he's calmed down quite a bit. But oh my God, that dog is a beast. I saw him get a hold of a squirrel once at the cabin. My parents have a cabin at a lake. He got a hold of a squirrel. It was not good for the squirrel.
Oh, I couldn't imagine.
Those dogs are vicious when they fight. Well, they're bred for hunting dogs. I like more of the mellow dogs myself. Bloodhound gets really excited. It might lift its eyebrow up. Oh my God, lots of shots going on here now.
Oh shit.
No, just saying, you can always tell when there's going to be a false finish because the guy getting pinned, you can see his eyes open looking at the ref, so he's waiting for. And I remember back in the day, like during the Attitude Era, most of the guys would have their eyes closed and they would just count the vibrations. They count the slaps. But now they're watching the ref all the time.
Yeah.
So if the camera angle is wrong, you can always see that when the false finish is going to happen. But I get it because you want to make sure so you don't screw anything up. But Gunther's going to win. He's got to break. He's got to break Honky Tonk Man's. And the only reason why Honky Tonk Man held the title for that long is because he had no one else to give it to.
Right. I love the Honky Tonk Man.
Well, Honky Tonk Man was great. He was awesome. He was horrible in the ring.
You know, that was always, and that'll probably always be my favorite. I know everybody loves the Attitude Era, but I really like the 80s, 80s, early 90s. I liked all the gimmicks, the Mountie, Big Boss Man. The Repo Man was fantastic.
Repo Man was always my favorite. His music, Repo. And then his generic music would,
Tatanka, the Berserker. All of the Berserker was one of my favorites.
The Berserker bugged me because he'd do those poof, poof. He'd do that all the time, and it just didn't make any sense. Fucking Gunther won it. Gunther.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, and he puts that belt up almost every week, and that's why I like the Intercontinental title because it is the working man's title.
Right.
He's still not the best. My very favorite Intercontinental champion. I don't think he held it for long, but it was Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, I like Mr. Perfect as IC champ.
He was. That was his thing. He was. MRP. Holy Christ, both their chests are just, oh my God. He's a tough, you know which guy I thought was, I never liked him until I realized how strong the actual guy was. He was a smaller dude. What was that, Cesaro?
Oh, I love Cesaro.
He wasn't that big, but holy shit, man, was that guy strong?
Yeah,
I
pound
saw
for pound,
him,
he was the strongest guy in the guy in the company.
I saw him body slam the Big Show. Like, it was unreal. He did like a suplex with like two guys. Like, he suplexed two guys at the same time. Like, I don't know what it was with him. The way he was, like, he didn't look that big, but the strength in him was unbelievable.
I used to really impress when he would take and stand on the second turnbuckle and then reach over, and he would pull the guy and straight up suplex him from the apron.
Yeah.
So September the 2nd, Payback pay-per-view, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Are you doing a show for that one as well?
We will see how the schedule falls, but all intents purposes, yes. All right, so we got Rollins and Balor. So we are pushing some time. It is 10 o'clock, and there are 3 matches left. And 3 matches you would assume that would all go as fairly lengthy matches.
Yeah. Yeah, we still got Seth Rollins, and we got the women's title, which is, I think, a 3-way, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then there's a Money in the Bank women's thing as well. Oh my God, the clothes Seth Rollins wears. He's so gay nightclub clothes that he wears. It suits him. It suits his character. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, damn.
It is very outlandish, to say the least.
It is. He's amazing in the ring. Like, he's one of the best talents that they've got. Yeah, I really think that's gonna come into play tonight with this match. It's gonna be the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah, I definitely think if they don't tease it in some form, or at least make Balor nervous because he's out there, definitely a missed opportunity.
Oh, the man, the myth, the legend, Mick Foley. I don't know how that dude's not dead. You want to be with that guy, not just the infamous Hell in a Cell, but all the stuff he did in Japan, the death matches, all that kind of stuff. I don't know how that dude's not dead. And he writes children's books, for Christ's sakes.
Right?
He illustrates and writes children's books. Unbelievable. Well, they're definitely playing up towards that. Oh, that's a geisha. It still bugs me that a woman, with their policies now, that the woman can beat the shit out of the dude, but he can't retaliate at all.
Right.
That bugs me. I think if especially we're watching wrestling. I remember back in the '90s Attitude Era. If the woman would hit the man, he'd hit her right back, and it was normal.
Yeah, you know, I mean, hell, Mae Young taking power bombs off the.
Oh, Mae Young when she took that one through the table from Bubba Ray. But I've watched a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, and the little things they give you where you give a little squeeze to make sure the person's all right.
Yeah.
You can actually see that when he puts her through the table and she's laying there, and Bubba Ray's kind of in his trance, and you can see her squeeze his arm that she's all right. Like she was a legend.
And I bet you he was like, "Oh, thank God."
No doubt. He was. Bubba Ray was awesome. Oh God, I miss the Attitude Era so much, man. I really do. That's why I watch this. I watch this show on the channel. Is I don't know if you have any problem with me propping up another channel.
Oh no, go for it.
There's these guys, wrestling bios, and he does this whole series on. It's called Reliving the War, and where he compares WWF at the time with WCW in the same show. They're about an hour long, and he compares them segment by segment. Back in the Attitude Era, when the start of it, and he covers the 86 weeks where WCW was beating, and he's got like hundreds of videos. The work the guy puts in is phenomenal. But they're still going on. We're in 98 right now, I think.
I might have to check that out.
Yeah, every week he compares Raw with SmackDown or Raw with Nitro. Like it's an awesome channel. That's where I get the whole Davey Boy chin lock, and you'll get that as soon as you start. If you watch it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The guy is hilarious. He does a lot of. He writes awesome. It's edited really well. He covers the pay-per-views as well. But it's all called Reliving the War is the playlist. And there's, I don't know how many videos there are now. There's well over 100.
That'll be in, what was it called? Wrestling Bios?
Wrestling Bios, yeah. Oh my God, what's he wearing now? Oh my God, isn't that what Barbie was wearing in that movie that just came out? Oh, I don't like the look of that belt. It's very gaudy. I miss the old school. The spinning skull match. I am definitely. It's good now. It's getting better. Triple H is doing an awesome job, but it's still no Attitude Era for me. If anyone's listening, if you want to check out the Attitude, check out Wrestling Bios. They do a phenomenal job. Or he does a phenomenal job. To me, a lot of times, is that the wrestling now feels like kids playing with their father's toys, is what it seems like. Maybe just because I'm old. I see Dwight went off again. Something to do with his dog. Hope the dog is okay.
All right.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I'm still here somewhere. It's a very hectic night, so.
Yeah, no, that's understandable now. I'm trying to keep the person entertained. I don't know if anyone. I can't tell how many people are on there. It's too bad we can't actually show on the channel what we're actually watching.
Right. Yeah, they will shut that stuff down quick. I got a big strike during the Daniel Bryan when Daniel Bryan was fighting the Fiend, and showed just maybe 10 seconds of it and cut right off.
Wow. Didn't they just do a match with these two when Balor was the Demon?
No, wasn't that Edge?
Was it Edge? Maybe.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
You're right. It was Edge. Or Edge. I'm kind of surprised he's not on here. I don't know if he's hurt or.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why he's not been around, or if he's just. I mean, you got to think he's got to be close to being done, right?
Yeah, I think he's going to retire here pretty soon.
Go out on his terms.
Yeah. There's still, in my opinion, no bigger pop than when he came out during that Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, that was huge.
That was the biggest pop I've ever seen. Even I was standing up cheering for that one. I saw. God damn. And have you ever really listened to the lyrics of Edge's theme song? If you listen to the lyrics, it's prophetic because he's had that theme song before he retired. But if you listen to that theme song now when he's come back, it's prophetic. It's like a prophecy. If you get the chance, listen to the lyrics of his theme song. It's phenomenal.
I'll give it a listen. I keep the old playlists tuned with some wrestling music for the drive to work sometimes.
Yeah, me too. I got the same thing. I got like Randy Orton's theme. I love his voices in my head theme.
Yeah.
I've got the Edge theme. I've got Triple H doing like Motorhead. I love that.
Oh yeah, Triple H's are the best.
But I got a lot of other Motorhead on there too because I'm a pretty big metalhead. So
there was a good album they did back in the 90s, like the Reckless Intent album or something, that had a lot of good metal songs on it.
Kane's theme, I got his on there too. The one where they actually added lyrics to it. I can't remember the band that did it.
Which one was it?
Chemical something it's called.
Oh, Chemical Romance?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. To me, Finn Balor always looks like he needs to eat something. He looks hungry. These skinny guys on here, you count their ribs. Of course, I'm a fat guy, so what does that tell you? So maybe I should.
All right.
What's with the 7 on the shoulder? You get that?
I'm not sure. He pointed it out in his entrance.
Oh, yeah, it's been like 7 years or something like that since their first match or something.
Oh, that's the shoulder that that would be the shoulder that cost him the belt.
Okay. I still think Finn's going to win, but then the Union Priest is going to come up with the briefcase. He's going to barely win. I like Damian Priest. I want to see more of him in a predominant role. And not involving Bad Bunny. I didn't even know who Bad Bunny was. Although the match actually wasn't too bad.
He's one that's done really well for the limited matches he's had. I've enjoyed everything he's done.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough, because when he first, I had no idea who he was.
Maybe we'll see Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul here shortly.
I wonder how they would book that. I wonder how they would even attempt to book the winner of that match.
Yeah. It would depend where they were doing the show. If they were doing it in a Latino area.
Well, yeah, but now Logan Paul's from Puerto Rico.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, technically it'd be 2 Puerto Ricans.
He's the whitest Puerto Rican I've ever seen. Start calling him loose leaf because he's like white like paper.
Oh, shit.
Oh. I don't know, maybe that's a Canadian specific thing. Loose leaf. I've had a lot of rum tonight, so if I see anything that offends anyone.
Oh, nothing wrong with a little rum.
This show's actually going on longer than I thought. We still got the Oscar thing. God, I want to see her retain.
Yeah, I'm really shocked. Triple H has been really good about having these things off the air by now, and we still have 2 matches. I mean, this thing's going to be 11:30.
Yeah, well, it's only 8:30 here or 8:20 here. It's a good thing I had me a nap today. Oh, I had a truck. I was driving my truck and it had to break down. I was 45 hours in this town, Lloydminster, getting it repaired. And I drove an hour and a half and it broke down again. It was something completely different. And it was 7 hours there until they got repaired. Finally got home last Saturday. And they've had my truck in the shop for the week, but I didn't go out until Wednesday. Came back Thursday. And now apparently my truck is all ready to go. Sorry, I'm rambling now.
That's all right. This is a rambling zone, so we are all good.
I'm frustrated with work, and now it looks like I'm not going to leave until, because it's a stat on Monday. I didn't even know it was a stat holiday coming up. So I might not be leaving until Tuesday. Oh, But it's all good because I just bought a new bottle of rum, so it's not the last thing for tomorrow night too. So.
What is it?
We're not even talking about wrestling anymore. Gotta focus. It looks like Finn's bleeding out of the mouth there.
Yeah, they mentioned something about it a minute ago, but I missed the spot where it happened. But he is definitely bleeding.
Kicking the face. When I was going to put his face in the structure. That's why I could never be arrested. I could never purposely put my face in some other dude's crotch.
Right.
Like I know instinctively there's no sexual thing involved in it, but it's just I'd have a hard time doing it.
Oh, here we go.
I like that move.
Oh, shit.
I hate to do it, but I gotta go pee. So with that, one second.
All right, so this one has not been that bad. Oh, nice frog splash by Rollins. Two count there.
Did I miss anything?
No. Pretty nice frog splash from the top. Got a 2 count. But that's about it. Balor still bleeding from the mouth.
Yeah, this bleed pretty good there. You're gonna have me some Pringles.
Oh.
Has Damian Priest come out yet? He's gonna come
No,
out.
not yet.
Oh,
Makes you wonder if
I
Finn
see the
Balor
crowd.
will stop him if he does.
The crowd's all looking towards the entrance there. You notice that?
So I wonder if Finn would stop him from cashing in if Rollins wins and then he comes out. Yeah, everybody's expecting it. Oh, God, that was horrible. Let's see. Yeah, the crowd is definitely looking towards the entrance.
he does come out, though, they should not play his music. He needs to just walk out and be standing on the aisle, but still away from the ring.
Right.
See, Balor's good because his eyes were closed when the ref was counting. He didn't turn his head to see the ref.
I will have to keep an eye on that and see. Oh, everyone's looking at the ramp. They're all standing up. Oh, okay. He must be coming down. Oh. I thought that was it.
Oh, here comes Dirty Dom.
Well, they had to make their way on the pay-per-view, right? I mean, they had to be here.
Yeah, Dirty Dom had to go down to NXT to win the title there. He's wearing it.
That's this match got a lot better in the last 5 minutes.
It did.
I'd almost think now that Balor's going to win.
I don't know if they'd use the case against Balor yet. I don't think they want to break up any parts of Judgment Day.
Yeah, I don't want to see them break. The Judgment Day has just gotten into their rhythm, you know.
Yeah.
But now, for all intents and purposes, you can take Finn Balor right out of it, and I don't think they lose anything.
Nice.
Oh. Nice finish.
It was.
Well, so far, very, very fairly predictable. I like the end of the match. I like the end of the match. So I'm glad Rollins retains.
Yeah, and it's everything setting up something between Rollins and Priest. And the fact that he kicked the case out of the ring before he pinned him,
Yeah.
the stomp, that's going to create some tension between these two. I haven't played that game in a while. I got it on Steam.
I haven't played it in a I was on there the other night and got to play GM mode for about an hour or two.
It was starting to frustrate me.
What's that?
It was frustrating me. I'm getting too pissed off. What bugs me about the game is that you can book the matches and all that kind of stuff, but you can't actually control the story or what they say when they do their promos and what they don't say, and you know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah, she's the one that just won the match, or what she won her debut match. I love the Miz. Right, let's go, Oscar.
All right. Oh, we'll be right back while they're running this promo.
All right.
All right. Well, Scott, I'm going to have to call this one early. My wife is out here sleeping with this dog on the porch. So I'm going to call this one before the last two matches, and we will try to get together for Payback if you would like.
Yep. No, sounds good, man.
And watch this. So I'm going to try not to fall asleep out here and check on this dog and see what she's doing outside. So
All right. Well, I hope everything's all right with the dog. And it's been a little short. We're still 2 matches out, and I hope everyone enjoyed the show.
Indeed, we'll be back soon, and have a good night, everybody. Scott, thank you for hanging out with us.
Anytime.